please, led by Commissioner Olshina.
Shake your hands. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. The following matters will come before the Revere License Commission at our regular meeting today. The meeting previously filed with the city clerk. The order of events will be, initially we'll take applications submitted for consideration. The first is I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the July 19th meeting.
I second that motion.
That motion is approved. The next item would be applications submitted for consideration. Item number 1, Joseph Leon Matola Post 4524, VFW USA Inc., 61 Lucia Avenue. Matt Cunningham is the event manager. This is an application for a one-day malt, wine, common victular, and entertainment license. The license would be exercised at 61 Lucia Avenue on Saturday, September 16th, 2023, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. for a block party community appreciation event. The expected attendance is 100. Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
My name's Matthew Cunningham.
And your address?
It's 28 Baldwin Ave in Everett.
Thank you very much, sir. Can you explain briefly what you'd like to do with this license?
Basically what it is, community/neighborhood appreciation event. We realize that some of the stuff we have makes it a little hectic once in a while for the neighbors. We just want to get back to the neighborhood a little bit, and we have a live band that we're going to have come in. We have complimentary food. But the plan is we want to close down Italia to Washington Ave. We've already spoke to some members of the police department. We're willing to hire the detail to make sure that's safe. And we want to contain everything into the parking lot, but we still want people to walk freely without having to worry about cars. Obviously, we all know that Lucia Ave is a cut-through street, so we just want to be safe.
Okay, just so I'm clear, are you talking about putting up barriers, or are you going to have police officers at these?
Well, we do
road
both. We
closed?
put up barriers like horses and then have a detail officer there, not only just for the traffic, but if the neighbors want to get in and out, we want to make sure that they can move in and out freely. We're not trying to hold them up from going about their business either.
Are you blocking both sides or just that one, the end of the street?
Just right at the corner, Italia and Lucia Ave
Right.
to Washington Ave, just that small section.
Do you have any questions for Mr.
Have
Cunningham?
you done this event before? Is this the first time? Have you done this event before, or is this the first time?
No, this is the first time.
I see. And you do plan to have a police detail?
Yes.
Sean's not here to...
I see that from your diagram that you're going to be utilizing the parking lot for a sound system, stage kind of thing, and you're also going to have barbecue with a beer and wine tent.
Yes, sir.
Where are the people going to park who are going to this event?
Well, there's still sections of the street they can park in, and also St. Mary's down the street. There's a public lot there also.
Okay. All right, and I see that the paperwork appears to be in order, and you're going to have a band playing. Is the band going to play until 8 o'clock, or?
We think we're going to have them play in the middle because 8 o'clock might be a little bit late, and we don't want to disturb the neighbors either.
Why does your application say you're going to go until 2? It says
No.
12 to 2. Is that wrong? Okay. Oh, it's military.
Oh, it's yeah, it's 2000, yeah.
I see. I should have figured that. 8 o'clock, 20, to go back to.
And as far as the dispensing of alcohol, you're going to have, how is that going to be conducted?
As far as what?
Dispensing of the alcohol?
We're going to have one keg station, which will be red cups because we don't want any glass outside. We don't need to be dropping stuff out in the street. And like I said, it's all gonna be contained right in that parking lot. We're gonna have people monitoring to make sure that we don't have people wandering around with glass bottles, doing the wrong thing.
So the keg station patrons are serving themselves, is that what you're saying?
No, not at all. They'll be charged like a fee for like $2 rather than.
Oh, okay.
All right, well, do you have any other questions?
No.
Very good, we'll close this section of the hearing. Are there any proponents? Is there anybody else that would like to speak on behalf of the one-day license for the Matola Post? I don't see or hear anybody. Is there anybody opposed? Is there anybody opposed to the issuing of this license? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Do you want to discuss this further, or you want to make a motion?
I'd move to approve the application.
Very good. I will second that motion. The application for the Matola Post one-day malt wine common victular and entertainment license is approved. The license will be exercised in the parking lot at 61 Lucia Avenue on Saturday, September 16, 2023, from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. for a block party neighborhood/community appreciation event. Thank you very much, sir. Good luck
Thank
with
you.
your event.
Thank you.
Item number 2, Boston Street Soccer, Harry Delarusso Stadium. Juan Cardenas is the event manager. This is an application for a one-day malt wine license. The application of Boston Soccer for 6 one-day licenses of malt wine to be exercised at Harry Delarusso Stadium on the following dates: August 27th from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., September 3rd from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday, September 16th from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., Sunday, October 1st from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., and Sunday, October 29th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. The events are adult soccer game of the United Premier Soccer League. Expected attendance for each event is between 1 to 200 people. Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
My name is Juan Cardenas, and address is 44 Highland Street, Revere, Mass.
Thank you very much. Can you explain a little bit about what you'd like to do with these licenses?
Absolutely, and thank you, Council, for having me here today. My name is Juan. I am the president of Soccer Dreams, Inc., and we play for Boston Street Soccer. And Boston Street Soccer plays in the United Premier Soccer League, which is the 4th Division professional league in the United States. I've been running this event for about 20 months at the Harry Delarusso, and we've been very successful. I've tried to apply for the license before, but due to timing, I hadn't had the luxury to apply for it. Now, since we're in the beginning of the season, and I do understand that the License Commission accepts meetings once a month, I went ahead and applied for this license. The reason why I'm applying for this license is to help the club with revenue and also provide entertainment for adults at our soccer games. For our soccer games, we sell tickets, we sell food, we sell non-alcoholic beverages at the moment, and there's only one entrance and one exit. At each entrance and at the entrance and the exit, we have a ticket person and we have security on guard that makes sure that each person is eligible to come inside the stadium. And to maintain alcohol within the premises, we are also going to make sure that no one enters the stadium with any liquids or beverages, any liquids or food, or leaves the stadium with any alcoholic beverages that are purchased on premises.
Okay.
1 second, Megan.
Yeah, excuse me. There's an error in the agenda. October 15th from 3 to 9 is also one of the dates. I left that out of the agenda. My
That's
apologies.
October,
What was that?
October 15th from 3 to 9.
October 15th from 3 to 9 is also one of the dates.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Sorry.
10 to
Councilman.
15.
That was my error. It's on the application.
Yeah, so it goes from October 1st to October 29th, so it should be October 15th in between there.
Thank you.
Okay, so that makes sense, yeah.
Have you served alcohol at any of your events before?
At any of the events, no. But in my experience, I am tip certified. I also have a mixology license, so I have served alcohol throughout my lifetime.
Right, but you're running the event, no?
Correct. I
You'll
will
also be serving as well?
No, sir. I will not be serving. The person that will be serving will have one of the certifications, either tip certification or mixology certification, to ensure we're following the law.
Very good.
I have no further questions.
All right, I mean, it seems that as long as you have a control on the alcohol, you have
Right.
tip service alcohol, you have the entrances seem to be covered, I mean, I think that, you know, you should have a great event here.
Yes, it sounds like a great event, and I understand that I'm taking a great responsibility here, so I am also going to make sure that all procedures are secured.
Well, we appreciate that, thank you very much. Do you have any other questions, Commissioner?
No, I don't.
Very good, I'm satisfied, thank you very much.
Thank you very
We'll close
much.
this section of the hearing. Are there any proponents? Is there anybody that would like to speak on behalf of this license? Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
Deputy Lorano, Revere Fire Department, 400 Broadway. More of
Yes,
a
sir.
question, if there's going to be any food trucks or
Just
food,
speaking to the
any
mic.
food or food trucks being used at the event.
So just a question, there will be no food trucks at the event. I do understand that if we are going to have food trucks, we need to have permission from the city itself.
Right.
For the food, we will be serving things like chips, snacks, any pre-ready or pre-prepared food at the stadium. That could include things like tacos, it could include things like pupusas, empanadas, things that are already made to sell at the event.
And you're gonna sell it at the concession stand, I assume, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
All right, very good. Are there any, we'll close this section, are there any opponents? Is anybody opposed to the issuing of this license? I don't see your hand, anybody, we'll close that section. Do you want to discuss this further, or do you want to make a motion?
I'd move to approve the application for 6 one-day malt and wine liquor licenses.
Very good, I will second that motion. Your application is approved. The application for Boston Street Soccer for 6 one-day malt wine licenses to be exercised at Harry Delarusso Stadium on August 27th, 2023, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday, September 3rd, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Saturday, September 16th, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sunday, October 1st, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. October 15th, from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Sunday, October 29th, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Those licenses are approved. Thank you very much, sir. Good luck with
Thank you,
your
council,
event.
and have a great day.
You too. Item number 3, Impact U Foundation, Harry Delarusso Stadium. Estefany Roldan is the event manager. This is an application for a one-day malt wine common victular and entertainment license. The application of Impact U Foundation for a common victular license and a one-day malt wine license and entertainment license to be exercised at Harry Delarusso Stadium on Saturday, September 23rd, from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. This event is an exhibition soccer game to raise money to support Colombian college students. The expected attendance is 1,000. Your name and address for the record, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Botero. I'm here representing to Estefany Roldan. She's sitting right there. Apologize first because my the English is not my first language, so
That's fine.
thank you so
I
much.
appreciate it. Thank you.
We are part of Impact U Foundation. So we are a foundation legally constituted. We raise money to help low-income people in Colombia, students. So we are going to have this event September 23rd. We want to raise funds for that reason. So the event is going to be from 11 to 5 p.m. and we are going to sell some food, wine and beer.
Will there be games being played as well, or during
Yeah.
that time period?
Say it again?
What are the age group of the games? Is it adult games or youth games?
Both of them,
Both.
yeah.
Okay, I see that you have planning to have food trucks,
Yeah, just one, right? Just one.
one food truck.
Any?
Okay, I think the food truck needs to be, that's gonna have to be inspected prior to the
Yeah.
event.
Is,
Deputy Lorano, again, 400 Broadway.
right,
Um,
were you aware of that?
Yes, and that's part of the reason I came, was just to make sure that they will, get in touch with the mall father running the event. They're getting their license, just as long as they get in touch with police and fire in terms of safety around they've held this event last year, went off well. The chief was involved also. We had some details down there, and I'm not sure how many police they needed, but, we had some details down there also. And just so that they know when the people come through here, if they are gonna have food trucks, if you can kind of pass that along, if they need to go through the permitting process through the health department and the fire prevention.
Right.
Okay, so as far as I know, last year went off without a hitch, and I know some of the names I saw on the emails from last year, so
Okay.
I'm sure, I'm for it. But they do have a really good crowd, from what I understand, when we get there, so.
Okay, thank you so much,
Okay.
Deputy. Ma'am, a question. So you had this event last year?
Yes.
Same thing? Anything changed from
Yeah,
last year?
no.
Were you able to serve liquor then too?
What do you say?
Were you able to serve beer and wine then at that last event as well?
Yeah,
And you had youth games going on as well?
yeah.
Okay. That was my only concern. I don't think we've ever given a license for a youth game, right? It's adult as well.
All right, I think you've answered our questions so far. Let me close this section. Are there any proponents? Is there anybody else that would like to speak on behalf of the issuing of the license to Impact You Foundation? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Is there anybody opposed? Is there anybody opposed to the issuing of this license? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. I think as long as you get the necessary sign-offs from the fire and police department, I don't have any issues. Do you want to make a motion, or do you have any additional questions that you want to?
No, I don't. I think she answered all of our questions. I'm satisfied.
Very good. Do you want to?
So I'd move to approve the application.
Very good. I will second that motion. The application for Impact You Foundation for a one-day malt wine common victular entertainment license to be exercised at Harry Delarusso Stadium on Saturday, September 23rd, 2023, from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. is approved.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your
Good luck with
time.
events.
Thank you.
Item number 4, this is Dots Army, Griswold Park. Renee Griffin is the event manager. This is also an application for a one-day malt wine common victular and entertainment license. The application for Dots Army to exercise that entertainment license and malt wine and common victular license at Griswold Park on Saturday, September 9th, 2023, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. The event is a cornhole tournament and barbecue fundraiser to benefit the Jimmy Fund. The inspected attendance is 100. Your name and address for the record, please.
Hi, my name is Janae Griffin. I'm at 13 Ralph Road in Peabody.
Very good. Can you tell us briefly what you'd like to do with this entertainment license?
Sure, this is our third year. We want to have a cornhole tournament down at St. Mary's Ball Field. We have Bentwater Brewery come. They are bringing a beer truck. So we'll rope off an area and we'll serve alcohol just in that, sort of like a garden.
And how is the grill and cooking area, and what's Can you explain how that's going to be
The
handled?
grill is borrowed from Revere Rec, and it's set up over near the bathrooms, so it's outside the beer area. They're a pretty good distance apart.
Any changes from what you've done in the past?
No. No, we're gonna do exactly the same. It works.
Okay.
All right, well, you have any further questions?
I have no further questions.
Very good, we will close this section. Are there any proponents or anybody that would like to speak on behalf of the issuing of this license? Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
Anthony Paziali, 51 Arcadia Street. This was a great event last year, and I really hope you guys will push this through again. Raises a lot of money, and of course, we like playing cornhole. But last year it was done very well, very safe, and I hope you guys will approve it again. Great event.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else that would like to speak on behalf of the issuing of this license? We don't see or hear anybody. Is there anybody opposed? Is there anybody opposed to the issuing of the license for the Jimmy Fund fundraiser? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Would you like to discuss this further? I'll make a motion.
No, the application seems to be ordered, so I would approve, I would motion to approve.
Very good. I will second that motion. Your application is approved. The application for a one-day malt wine, common victular and entertainment license to be issued to Dots Army on Saturday, September 9th, 2023, from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. for a cornhole tournament and barbecue fundraiser. That application is approved for Griswold Park. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck with your event.
Thank you. Have a good day.
570 Broadway.
Item number 5, Team Elite Pizza LLC, DBA Domino's, 570 Broadway. Tamara Fernandez is the manager. This is an application for a transfer of a common victualer's license. The application of Team Elite Pizza LLC, DBA Domino's, to transfer a common victualer's license from AM Pizza Inc. Said license to be exercised at 570 Broadway. The requested seating is 22. The requested hours of operation are Sunday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. The current seating is 18. The current operating hours are Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 1 a.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
Yes, hi. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christopher Baum. My office is at 77 Mammoth Road, Lowell, Mass.
Very good. Can you tell us briefly what you'd like to do and what changes you plan on making?
Sure. I just purchased I'm in the process of purchasing the store in Revere, Massachusetts, on Broadway Street. And when we inspected the store, there was 22 seats, so I wanted to make sure that had clarity for you guys. I don't know why it was previously 18. There is a bench seating that has 4 that I'm not sure if they had told about in the past.
Okay.
We're just trying to transfer over to the new company.
Very good. So you did get the occupancy of 22 approved?
Yes.
And you want to change the hours? You want to go from 10:30 to 2 a.m., Sunday through Saturday?
Yes.
Very good. I don't have any other questions. Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask the gentleman?
I don't. The application seems to be in order.
Very good. We'll close this section of the hearing. Is there anybody, are there any proponents or anybody else would like to speak on behalf of Team Elite Pizza LLC? We don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Is there anybody opposed? Anybody opposed to the issuing of the transfer of this common victuals license? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Would you like to discuss this further, or do you want to make a motion here?
I would move to approve the application.
Very good. I will second that motion. The application for a transfer of the common victualer's license 2 Team Elite Pizza LLC, DBA Domino's, is approved. The application for said license will be exercised at 570 Broadway. The requested seating is 22. The hours of operation will be Sunday through Saturday, 10:30 a.m. to 2 a.m. And that license is approved. Thank you very much, sir. Good luck.
Thank you all very much. Have a great day.
You too. Item number 6, Starbucks Corporation, DBA Starbucks Coffee, 25 American Legion Highway. Jacqueline Hegner is the manager. This is an application for common victular and entertainment licenses. The application of Starbucks Corporation, DBA Starbucks Coffee, for a common victular and entertainment license to be exercised at 25 American Legion Highway. The requested seating is 29 inside and 6 outside. The requested hours of operation are Sunday through Saturday, 4:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
Thank you, council members. My name's Daniel Brennan, 50 Holt Road, Andover, Mass. I handle permits and licenses for Starbucks.
Very good. Can you explain,
Sure.
what you'd like to do with this license?
Sure. We currently have a new freestanding building being constructed over at Bell Circle. It's going to be a new drive-through Starbucks. We hope to have construction wrapped up by the end of September, maybe open at end of September, might slip into October. Requesting hours 4:30 to 10 p.m. And the manager couldn't make it today, but I handle the licenses anyways.
And what type of entertainment will you be having at the Starbucks?
So it's just your typical recorded background below conversation music.
Very good. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions for this gentleman?
I don't. Very much looking forward to their opening, though. I'm excited about that.
All right. I don't have any questions either, so I guess we will close this section and open it up to any proponents. Is there anybody that would like to speak on behalf of the Starbucks common victular and entertainment licenses? We don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Is anybody opposed? Anybody opposed to the issuing of these licenses? We don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Would you like to ask any other questions or have a discussion or make
I
a
don't.
motion?
So it's 4:30 a.m. Will it be opening at 5 a.m. for patrons, or
We'd
is it
like
just
to
a-
open up at 4:30 for the drive-through.
for the drive-thru, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. I have no questions. I move to approve the application.
Very good. I will second that approval, the motion. The application for a common victular and entertainment license for Starbucks Corporation, DBA Starbucks Coffee, is approved. The license will be exercised at 25 American Legion Highway. The requested seating is 29 inside, 6 outside. The requested hours of operation are Sunday through Saturday from 4:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., and that license is approved.
Thank you.
Good luck with that, sir.
Good luck.
All right, item number 7, Revere Restaurant Group, Inc., DBA Tio Juan Margaritas Mexican Restaurant, 85 American Legion Highway. Victoria R. Bean is the manager. This is an application for a change of manager from Sean M. Casey to Victoria R. Bean. Your name and address for the record, please.
Name is Victoria Bean, address is 1034 East Street in Walpole.
Very good. Are you going to be making any changes to the facility, the operation, anything?
Nope, just operating as usual.
You've always been with the restaurant. You were before us, weren't you, a year ago? No?
Yeah, I
Excuse me?
started there in November.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
yeah, but officially GM.
So you got promoted to manager?
Correct,
I figured that.
yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Is there anything missing with the application, like citizenship, right?
Right. So we just need your proof of citizenship.
Okay,
So would you be able to submit that to Maggie?
It's sooner than later?
Yeah,
She's the office.
yeah. All right, I'll get that done.
Yes, so if we do approve this license today, it'll be contingent on your citizenship paperwork getting approved. Okay? Just so you
Okay.
understand, we'll approve it on a contingency.
Okay.
All right, well, we'll close this section. Are there any proponents or anybody else that would like to speak on behalf of the Revere Restaurant Group's change of manager? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Is anybody opposed? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Do you want to discuss this further or make a motion?
No, I'd move to approve the application for Victoria Bean to be the manager.
Very good. I will second that motion. The application for a change of manager is approved, contingent on the citizenship requirement being fulfilled, okay?
All right, thank you.
The application for Revere Restaurant Group, DBA TO1 Margaritas, Mexican Restaurant, for a change of manager from Sean M. Casey to Victoria R. Bean is approved. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Item number 8, RK and E Corp., DBA BK's Bar and Grill, 264 Ocean Avenue. Marilyn Symes is the manager. This is an application to amend the entertainment license. The application of RK and E Corp., DBA BK's Bar and Grill, to amend the entertainment to add floor show and karaoke. The current license is for cable TV, DJ, jukebox, vocal, instrumental music, and dancing by patrons. Name and address for the record, please, sir.
Robert Kelly from BK's, and also Attorney Sipplet asked me to inform the board that if he wasn't here, he was stuck in federal court. That's why he's not here today.
You're a lawyer?
Yes.
Well, one thing that we need to discuss, I know that you wanted to amend the license, but I thought the reason for that was to have the male dancing floor show.
Right.
Correct. From our last meeting, we were been informed by the city planner that that's considered adult entertainment.
Okay.
And that is not zoned in your particular area. That's only zoned in an area outside of, I forget the designation offhand, but.
So somewhere else in Revere it's allowed, but not there?
Yes. So that, and the entertainment, because of its nature, is not zoned, so that we would not be able to issue, if we were able to issue a license, which we can certainly issue the license for a floor show, that would not include the male dancing.
Could I ask what the difference is?
Sexual excitement, I think, is the terminology. Is that correct?
Well, just give me 1 second.
I have the ordinance in front of me, and most of this applies to a motion picture theater. And what it indicates is that a special permit would be needed in order to apply for it, and only in certain geographic locations within the city. it's considered an adult use, and as such, would not be would not be able to be licensed in the area. This is according to the city planner.
City planner?
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to get clarification on the audience, and apparently you're in a particular district that does not allow it, unfortunately. You would have to be in certain spots of the city.
You
That
said the
does
theater,
allow.
but what spots are they?
So it says that you would have to be in a TED district to have it, and you're in the RC district.
Yeah, that means nothing to me. I'm just curious, do you know what the reason is that in certain areas are permitted and certain areas are not?
You gotta take that up with the zoning board and the building departments and all that other stuff. We're just telling you that we can't issue a license in your particular district,
For a
unfortunately.
floor show, you could, but not for what you said.
Yes,
dance.
because they define it as adult entertainment establishment, and that would be relating to sexual conduct or sexual excitement as defined by Section 31, Chapter 272 of the Massachusetts General Laws. So anything that is depicting or describing or relating to sexual conduct and/or
I've seen
sexual
bands, that's
excitement.
not to be rude, but I've seen bands in other bars across the street and down the street
Yeah,
do much
no.
worse than this.
I understand completely, and I had the same, reaction
Yeah,
when I was
I'm just
told.
surprised.
I was
So,
surprised too.
30 women having a good time dancing and having fun for celebrating a bridal party is basically what it is. And I know the board is not the one saying this, it's the.
yeah, no,
uh,
I've seen, I went to the floor show, I've seen it, and,
Pretty harmless.
yeah, no, it definitely is a,
Daylight,
kind
it's
of
in
a
the daylight
generic
and
kind of
everybody's
deal.
welcomed in.
But it is, according to the city planner, that does fall under the adult entertainment establishment, which displays entertainment which is distinguished or characterized by its emphasis depicting, describing, or related to sexual conduct or sexual excitement.
Is there a way to go before the city planner to see if this can be changed, or this is something that cannot be changed?
Yes,
I
no,
don't
I
think
would
we
take it up with the city planner and see if that is something that can be changed. At this point, I mean, if it was up to us, I don't think we would have a problem, Like I say, I've seen it, it seems very harmless, and it seemed like a good time. The people, the patrons seem to be having a lot of fun,
And if I may say it, in a time when it's difficult to keep a barroom in business, this has been a big bonus for the 1 or 2 nights we get literally 2 hours, 8 to 10. It doubles our business for that day or night.
No, and I sympathize with you, and if it was up to us, I don't think we would have a problem approving it, but it's actually out of our hands.
Yeah.
What we can do is approve your additional entertainment license for a floor show, but as long as you understand that the male dancing is not covered underneath that
Yeah, no,
license.
I mean, it will not happen will not happen again unless something changes, obviously.
Okay. Do you want to proceed with this, or do you want to hold off on getting the license?
I'm sorry, I don't understand. You want to
Well-
proceed with the karaoke? And-
Yes, you want to
and
proceed with because you did apply for.
Karaoke license.
Right, karaoke and floor show. So you can do a floor show, however, it can't be one that is
Yeah.
depicting,
I'm not going to do that. I did just curious what, I think you just told me what a floor show was again, I'm sorry.
well, I mean, a floor show would be like a,
Comedian or something?
yeah,
Okay.
comedian guy or
Just wanted to
something
know.
like that.
Well, we've applied for it, so wouldn't be bad to have in case something we want to do in the future. And we can still wait to hear from the board, maybe if there's a change
Yes,
in the other issue.
yes.
And if there's a way to adjust it in a way that if the dancers were doing something different than what they are presumed to be doing that's offensive to or against the code,
Yeah, I mean, you're in a gray area. I don't think I can really,
spend most of
You
my
know.
life there, unfortunately.
I understand completely, and like I say, you're in a gray area. What was the definition? Was it,
I can get a copy of that also from.
yes. Is it considered adult entertainment?
That's what they're
You
considering.
know, yeah, I mean, which distinguishes or characterized by its emphasis depicting, describing, or relating to sexual conduct or sexual excitement. You know, that's open to a lot of interpretation.
Could stop a lot of dancers, people just having fun dancing too.
Right, exactly. I mean, so, you know, it's certainly something that I will leave to your discretion. However, if it comes down to male dances in G-strings, I would think that is,
But we won't do that. We won't do anything until either something can be changed or altered and we get approval from the board and whatever you said, whoever was the one, the
very
commission.
good. So do you want to move ahead with the karaoke and the floor show license?
Please.
Very good. Do you have any questions? I'm sorry?
The floor shows, that's not part of
I mean, you can have a floor show without depicting or describing or emphasizing sexual conduct and/or sexual excitement.
Right.
So a comedian would be considered a floor show,
As long as he doesn't talk about sex.
I'm sorry?
As long as he doesn't talk about sex. Or
Right.
joke about it.
Right, so as long, I mean, you know, no jokes
just
about.
joking.
No, I get it, I get it totally.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I
an
know it's out of the board's
ambiguous.
hands, so it's not anything you can deal with here.
All right, well, do you have any other questions? I don't have any questions, thank you very much, we'll close this section. Are there any proponents, or is there anybody else that would like to speak on behalf of the issuing of the amended license for BKs? I don't see or hear anybody. Is there anybody opposed? Is there anybody opposed to the issuing of this license? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Do you want to discuss this further?
No. So I would move to approve the application for the entertainment license for the limited purpose of a floor show and karaoke, correct?
Yes, we're adding that to the existing license.
Okay.
You would make a motion to
I'd move
approve?
to approve.
I will second that motion. That application is approved.
Thank you.
The application to amend the entertainment license for RK&E Corporation, DBA BK's Bar and Grill, to amend its entertainment license to add floor show and karaoke is approved. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you to the board. Thank you very much.
The next items on the agenda is our hearings. Item number 9, Four Partners, Inc., DBA Antonia's at the Beach, 492 Revere Beach Boulevard. Rodrigo Angulo, manager. This is a hearing into violations, including unauthorized transfer of ownership, no approved licensed manager, unlicensed entertainment. This is a continuation from the July meeting. Your name and address for the record, please.
Good afternoon, members of the Revere Commission, Licensing Commission. Attorney Joseph Francisi is present. I am with Laura Luisa. She is a corporate director. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I understand that all of the paperwork has been submitted, and it has been submitted in a timely fashion, and it's on its way to the ABCC. That's my understanding.
Yes, my office and Maggie Haney have been in constant contact over the last month, updating and cooperating and providing the needed documents.
Very good. Thank you very much, Counselor. Do you have any questions?
I don't.
Very good. I have no questions. This section of the hearing is closed. We will open up for any proponents. Anybody else like to speak on behalf of the issuing of, actually, it's not a license, it's just a hearing, so we will, we can just table this.
Table the matter, yeah.
And we're good to go. Your paperwork's been in, which is what we wanted to get done. So as long as we have that and everything seems to be above board according to what Maggie has told us, I think we're good to go. We can just dismiss this.
Well, thank you very much. And again, I'm always available if Maggie needs anything or updates. We're always here.
So, well, thank you very much. So we appreciate you getting that paperwork in order, and good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, best of luck.
Item number 10, TBS Beverage, Inc., DBA Ocean Liquors, 210 Shirley Avenue. Sukhinder Pal Singh is the manager. This is a hearing concerning sales of alcoholic beverages to intoxicated patrons. Your name and address for the record, please, sir.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Commissioner. Matthew Porter. I'm an attorney at Vera and D. John Filippo, 480 Turnpike Street, Southeastern Massachusetts. Along with me is Sukhinder Singh. Mr. Singh is the principal of TBS Beverage, Inc., which does business as Ocean Liquors at 210 Shirley Ave in Revere.
Thank you very much. Well, I mean, you understand the reason why we're here.
Yes, we do. So I've talked at length with my client over the last month since we received this violation notice. Unfortunately, on those days, though, we're not disputing the fact that violations occurred. They were unable to pinpoint when those sales did occur on those days. There was no specific timestamps. They do have cameras. They went back through the cameras, for their own purposes, trying to find those sales that occurred, use it as a teaching lesson with those clerks, unfortunately, they were unable to do so. That being said, they take this extremely seriously. Mr. Singh's been in the liquor industry for the last 13 years. In those 13 years of owning stores, he's had no ABCC violations whatsoever, no city violations whatsoever. This is his livelihood. They take it very seriously. No underage sales whatsoever. They've been here for 2 years, same thing. No underage sales at all. It is a very challenging area. It's proven to be much more so during the summertime. There's a beach constituent that comes off the beach, oftentimes intoxicated through no fault or participation of his store whatsoever that are lining up. In addition to that, there's a large homelessness issue outside his store as well, which has proved to be very difficult. Over the last month or so, they've redoubled their efforts to make sure that no sales are occurring to intoxicated individuals. They've posted the letter that the city has provided outside the store, which has seemed to deter some of those individuals from coming in. They've made sure that all their employees are recertified with TIPS training. They've gone through with their employees, signs of intoxication, whether it be slurred speech, smell of alcohol, stumbling. So they've really tried, to double down their efforts here in a very challenging area. In addition to those efforts, they now are employing only one employee throughout the day. This way, that person is on the same shift. They're able to recognize people that are coming in there, repeat offenders. But since this point, they've been dealing with significant issues outside the store. The homelessness issue out front has not gone away, obviously. Those individuals seem to be going down the street, purchasing alcohol at different areas. They're now sitting outside of his store. They're banging on the glass. They're putting their middle finger up to their employees. They're screaming at their employees. One of the employees' cars was keyed. They've put glue in the locks. Just this past day, they had an individual that came in. They denied a sale based off her intoxication. She grabbed nips from behind the counter, ran outside the store, and then was drinking outside. They've tried to call the police now on multiple occasions. Certainly they don't want to be a burden to the police department either. But this, I think, is a problem that unfortunately goes well beyond, their operation of their store. They do take it very seriously. This has led to a lot of restless nights for Mr. Singh. His employees are scared to be at the store. They're sort of just biding their time and waiting for colder weather because that seems to then drop off the beach constituent. The issue with some of the vagrancy outside, begins to go away. But they do want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. They're open to any recommendations the police department has. And, you know, with that, you know, certainly I'll open up to the commissioners, you know, to speak on it as well, so.
So just so I have this straight, your client denying service to people has resulted in retaliation from people?
He can speak to it.
Yeah, we've been refusing like 20 to 30 people a day. We did that before too, but we actually more strict now because we're posting a letter, so there's less people coming in because of that problem. But we still are refusing 20 to 30 people a day to because of that. But they're still sitting right in front of the store. That hasn't changed since we stopped selling it to them. They're still there. There's the sitting area there. They still sit there and they bring in front of us, and they're telling us through the window, "Hey, cheers!" You know, it's like it's only so much we could do if they're still sitting in the front of the store.
Well, I can appreciate that, and I credit your counsel's testimony before the commission. But you're here because on 3 separate occasions they were deliberately sold to these individuals that were intoxicated. We're not here talking about the issues that you face as an operating owner of a liquor store, and I'm sure that there are some challenges to that. And my hope is that you work closely with the Revere Police Department to ensure that you know, they're frequenting your business to ensure that any disturbances are promptly responded to. But our main concern today is the sale of beverages to clearly intoxicated individuals, where we received a report from the police department that indicated that they've observed it happening. So I think the main portion of your testimony today that I'm concerned with is the fact that you've taken measures to retrain your employees, and you've taken measures to ensure that that's not happening, because that's all I really care about. And that's what was threatening your license here today, is those particular instances where someone came in, purchased alcohol, left for some time, came back clearly intoxicated, and you decided at that point to still serve them. So as long as that's not happening, you understand your responsibilities holding this liquor license, not just being able to operate under the license and make a living for yourself, but also you have a responsibility under the law to understand the rules surrounding serving intoxicated individuals. So I'm satisfied with your representation of what the measures you've taken since receiving the letter from the commission.
Sir, according to the state police report that I'm looking at, you were working on one of these, at least one of these occasions, right?
I'm there like 30 to 40 hours a week.
And you were warned on one occasion.
I wasn't there.
And then the very next day it happened again. I mean, that's what I'm kind of getting out of this. Is that your understanding as well? You have Saturday the 22nd and Sunday the 23rd.
Yeah, I wasn't there at that time when they came in, but I did hear the news right after.
Well,
But
it says here, it's just if you'll excuse me for one moment, that the store owner was looking on. So on Sunday the 23rd, you were there, according to the state police report. And that would be,
He's saying that an employee was there. He wasn't at the store on that day.
and he wasn't there on the 22nd either?
Were you there when either of the reported violations occurred?
No.
No. So he did not speak with the police department on those days? No. So they did go back and try to ascertain, but again, you know, oftentimes when there's a violation, you know, through the ABCC or through the city themselves, the city will go in and address what just occurred at that time. These seem to be more generalized reports. And no one is doubting the police department whatsoever, trying to throw that into question. But they were unable to ascertain exactly when those items occurred, or when those sales occurred, and purported sales.
Well, according to the state police report, the officer observed it and went into the store, and we have a pretty good time and date here of exactly when it happened. So, I mean, I don't know what,
I would like to not know the time though. It's like-
16:15, which is 2:15.
I don't believe that,
4:15 afternoon.
yeah. I haven't seen this report. I'm not sure whether we got the violation report from the city, so
Okay.
we were never given this report whatsoever. So, again, I mean, there is no doubt that they were dealing with significant issues with intoxicated individuals. I do think, through this experience, Mr. Singh and his staff, again, have put in measures to ensure that this does not occur whatsoever. It certainly hasn't occurred since they were put on notice. I don't believe that it will again. So it seems to have already deterred the specific individuals that were coming in this store intoxicated from purchasing. Unfortunately, it hasn't resolved other problems, but they do believe that they're now part of the solution.
Well, Chief, do you have anything to add to this? Is there anything that you think we would be able to do to at least help alleviate some of their problems with the retaliation?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Solovich. Mr. Singh, Counselor, thank you for coming today. My name is David Callahan. I'm the Chief of Police here. I want to encourage you to call the police. When you have a problem outside of your store, I know the area well, at Orr Square, and I know it has challenges, especially with the train station that abuts your establishment, your business. Just make it known to your employees not to be afraid to call the police, because it's not going to reflect negatively upon you or your business if you call and you say, hey, we're having a problem with someone, or there's an issue, here's what the issue is, you really need to send someone down here. We will absolutely do that and try to accommodate you. And I understand some of your issues, and I empathize with you, but you folks have to do your due diligence as well.
Yeah.
And screen these people, because you're kind of liable for it if someone comes in there and there's an issue and you serve to someone who shouldn't be served to. So if you just make that clear and just reinforce it with your employees, I think that'll help us. And as well, just contact us if there's a problem. Please do not hesitate to call the police.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Appreciate it.
So,
Yes, well, here's what we'll do. We'll take this under advisement for right now.
Okay.
We will file this, and if we have additional problems, we will revisit this again.
I'm comfortable with that.
I'll make a motion that we
We file it.
file this for right now.
I'd second that motion.
Very good. The hearing is closed. We are going to file this matter, and if we do have other issues, we'll come back and revisit it. But as the chief said, if you do have problems with people, be certain to alleviate them by calling the police. They will help you.
It's just one thing, because my employees are scared to leave the store at night. Because there was there was a shooting like right in front of us like a couple months ago there. So every time, because we go through so much every day there, you get threatening calls. Hey, we refuse so many people, so at least 2 or 3 people we're gonna watch, look at you like when you guys close the store, we're gonna kill you. We get threats like that all day long there. I know it's a part of the business, but it's just maybe could drive by, like maybe a little more patrolling by the closing time. Is that possible, like by 11 o'clock?
Yes, Mr. Singh, absolutely. I can make a notation and I'll speak to some of the shift commanders about that.
Yeah, that'd be great. And I think, just to reiterate what Mr. Singh is saying, I think oftentimes it's closing time. We have female employees in the store. It's just that the nervousness of leaving the store, going out to the car, when they're having threats, and perhaps some of these are empty threats, but know, when they went down to police department recently, and I understand the police perspective, but it's, you know, we can't do anything until something actually happens, and on their side, they're saying, well, we don't want to wait for something to happen, you know, so I think it's just around that closing time, if they knew there was, you know, perhaps a greater police presence, you know, it would help alleviate some of, you know, the stress for at least their employees.
Just for the summertime, that's all it is, you know, because some, winter time it goes back to normality, you get basically the same people that live around there, but it's the summertime, it's just, you know, you get people from all over the, you know, city, and that's what it is.
Mr. Singh, it's absolutely challenging, and I think we can be a little proactive on our end as the police, but also I want your employees to call. Like if they're closing at closing time and there's something that makes them uncomfortable or they see someone outside the store, absolutely have them call before closing time. Gee, can you send a patrol car down here? I'm trying to close the store. I don't feel comfortable. There's strange people outside. I welcome that.
All right.
I'd rather have you call than not call.
Sure.
And then there's an issue.
Yep.
So please call.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Got it.
Okay.
Thank you for your
You're
time.
welcome.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thanks, folks. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next items on the agenda are communications, notification of an insurance cancellation of Los Compadres Oaxacanos, LLC DBA B&M Grill. And that concludes the agenda for today.
Nino's.
We do have some discussion regarding Nino's, if you'd like to.
So we have, we received a few reports from Nino's Restaurant regarding disturbances. Oh, they changed it? So for the record, it's called Carnival Latina what, Restaurant? We received several reports of disturbances, and based on the latest allegations in the police report, I'd like to move to have the owners of Carnival Latinas Restaurant, formerly known as Nino's Restaurant, to come in.
Excuse me. That's fine, I would second that. I see that they've had several issues relating to fighting, and loitering, and allegations of gang activity. So we would like to come in and have them come in and address that. So I will second that motion to have Carnival Latina Restaurant come in at our next meeting. And I would move to adjourn.
I'd second that motion.
And when are we adjourning to?
September 20th.
Make a motion to adjourn till September 20th.
I'd second that motion.
The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.